Black women accountable.
Before I start my commentary, I just want to put a disclaimer out there that this is not a gender war channel. This is not a black man versus black woman channel. This is not a bash black women channel. Because as I always tell my brothers, if we gonna bash black women, we gotta bash ourselves first. Black men are the biggest simps in America, and it's not even close. The thing that we're putting up with today, the thing that we do for a woman, no other race does. Every other race, they do what they gotta do. They women come to them organically. In our community, we will put our life on the line, our freedom on the line, just for the woman. And our women have got out of control. And nobody is telling them nothing, because once you say something to them, who hurt you, you hate your mama, is everything, but maybe you're right and I need to try to change that. But this is a self-help channel aimed toward the black community. So I need my black sisters to get it together going into 2025. So they black kings can find them and find favor with the Lord. So we can get this black love popping and get this black community generational wealth popping. That's what I make videos for. It's never to bash blacks. It's never to bash black women, black men. It's to constructively criticize them and make them take a second and think, is this dude right or wrong? If he is right, what can I do to fix this moving forward to better myself and then to better my community? Because everybody have a part in this black thing. Everybody. If you ain't going to be able to do nothing on a grand scale, a big, huge level, you can do it on a small scale, which is your life, your everyday life. So let's get into this. I ran across this woman on TikTok, and boy, I didn't even read the comments. I didn't have time. I was so anxious. I seen the video, saved it, and I said I'm going to do a commentary on it, and I'm going to release it on YouTube. But I don't even want to read the comment section, because I know when they have a woman that talk like this, or men, whether it's aimed at black women, black men, or the black community as a whole, we can't handle that. That's something that black people, period, are allergic to, and that's accountability. They like to say black women, they can't take accountability, but it's really the whole black community. And that's why we're in the current stasis that we're in. Nobody can tell us nothing. If another race tell us something, they're racist. If somebody black say something, oh, we cooning, we lose our black card, people gonna oust us. And most people don't want to be ousted. That's the special people who gonna be ousted from certain things just to say something, and that something be said, and that might change people. Because it's sometimes stuff gotta be said. Because at the end of the day, everybody ain't gonna get it, but somebody might get it. Even one person get it. Like for example, like I said, I don't release these, when I make a video like this, it's not about a gender war or nothing like that, but it's for my black women to hear. It's also for my young black men to hear it and be prepared and understand what they dealing with in these streets. Because you got a lot of young men today, man. I didn't know it was like this. And that's because, well, let me start. Back in the day, I'll never forget, my partner moved me out of my house at 16. We were both 16 years old. Back then, I'm 36 now, 20 years ago. Back then, 16 and 17-year-old boys in school, especially if you was popular, you had multiple girls. It wasn't no one. And if you did have a girlfriend, she was getting cheated on. It wasn't no, today, man, these little dudes today, I ain't never seen nothing like these little dudes today. These little dudes today are madly in love at 16, 17. So much so that when shit hit the fan, which is it will, because we living in another time now. First of all, the music that we listen to, rap, we know that rap music shaped the black community. And you got all of these female rappers and the stuff that they rap about. This is what these little girls follow. So you think that they built for some love? They not built for love. You know what I'm saying? We come up under Aaliyah, and we come up under people who say this is another Maya and TLC. This is another generation you dealing with. They come up under stripper prostitution rap, and that's what they all about. So you only good to them if you worth $1. And a lot of you little young dudes ain't really got no money like that. Back then, that's another thing. Back then, we was getting money. They getting money now too, some of them. But these women are not built today to be faithful. That's just not how they're built. They're not built to be faithful. They're built and they're told by their mothers and their grandmothers, keep your options open. You're too young. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. This is what they're constantly hearing, right? And there's so many different dudes on social media. They on all these social media accounts, dudes in their inbox, at work, at the grocery store, at the gas pump. Then, not to mention, if you 16 and 17, you probably ain't gonna really have your shit together like that. It's gonna be a 28, 29, 30-year-old who gonna have his shit together, house, car, money, and he gonna have her in her, and she gonna have him on speed dial. So these are dudes that's falling in love with these women today. I feel sorry for them. I tell my mom all the time, man, I just feel so sorry for them. I do, because I understand what they getting themselves involved in. I see them all the time. I got a little homeboy. He young, 17. I was around him the other day, and he was telling me about him and his girl got into it. He just all in disarray. And I'm like, all these women out here, but that's not how they coming today. And the reason why they not like that is because it's no fathers in the home today. And so they being raised by mama and mama friends, and all they being taught from a young boy is treat the woman like a queen, treat the woman like a queen, treat the woman like a queen. So they get with the woman. This has been implanted into their system. So they get with the woman, they get their first little girlfriend, and they treat her like a queen. And the problem with that is you can't treat a whore like a queen. You can't treat nothing like a queen but a queen. And these women are not being raised by queens, and they're not being raised to be queen. They're being raised to be whores and prostitutes. They're not going to say that, but this is what they're doing. You got Twitter and OnlyFans now. Back in the day, they had freaks like that back then that you might get caught on the camera, you know what I'm saying? Every blue moon, one in each neighborhood or something like that there. But now, it's not, and the female that was like that, she didn't want that to get out. Now they got their own account showing their body, and it's multiple of them in each neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, when I make videos like this, it's to self-help. It's to self-help, because, like I said, moving forward, I need my black sisters to get it together, so they black king can find them and find favor with the Lord, and we can get this black love popping, and we can get this black community generational wealth popping, right? So that's what these videos for. They're not to bash, they're to give advice, they're to bring awareness, and it's to correct, right? So of course I'm gonna let this woman talk, and I'm gonna chime in.
No one can hold black women accountable. Black women, unfortunately, we have adopted this mentality that I can do whatever I want to do and can't nobody tell me anything. And this is why we are where we're at. We live in a very selfish, ego.
Let me stop her right there. She said, this is why we're where we at. What does she mean by that? Oh, black women are the most educated. Black women are the most powerful. This is the time for black women. Black girl magic. But guess what? Yeah, they the most educated. Yeah, they this, yeah, they that. But they all single. And listen, not majority of them single. Majority of them got children from multiple different men by themselves, or just one man by themselves. They're single parents. They angry. They on antidepressants. If they not on antidepressants, they self-medicating every day on marijuana and alcohol. They got all kind of stuff talking about they bipolar and all that, because they done been with so many men that these men put their spirits up on them, that have spirits on them from other. Like, it's just so much going on. And hey, we're the most educated, but yet the average black woman today is extremely angry, and that's where that comes from. That comes from her putting too much. And like I say, this is not bashing her, because a lot of these black women are like this because they didn't have fathers. And so what they did was they jumped out there looking for that male love from a boy. And a boy is not your father. He wants sex. And so he break their heart and they go through life getting their heart broken, by the time they're in their mid-20s. They got all these children, no father. They working all these hours because they got all these children. And now they're angry. Not to mention, as I said earlier, all of these men that they've dealt with and left their spirits on them. So these spirits is inside of them having a field day. Now they talking about they bipolar and they having all kind of mental illnesses because their decisions. And like I said, it's not always their fault because the fathers wasn't there. But at some point in life as an adult, you have to take accountability. So the average black woman that you see or deal with, she's on edge or angry. So when this woman say this is why we're at, I know people say, well, what you mean this where we're at? We doing well. No, y'all are not. No, y'all are not. No one wants to be around a black woman unless in there having sex with her. No one wants to work with her. No one wants to be around her because for the most part, she has an attitude that is uncontrollable. You just seen in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark comes out and makes a statement saying that, oh, this is a black woman's league and the only reason I get the credit I get because I'm white privilege and all that. Do you think white Caitlin Clark actually believes that? Of course not. But she understands that this is her work environment. And last year they hated that white girl so much they was trying to kill her on the basketball court. And so she understand a black woman is like a child. And you know, a child, hey, if you behave, I'll give you some ice cream. So because the black woman is like a child and likes to, and everybody knows this, and Caitlin Clark, the white liberal, what they does is they coddles and they say good things to the black man or the black woman to keep them calm and to help them behave. So because she said that, she's hoping, I don't know if it's gonna work or it's not, that she can have a better workplace environment, a peaceful workplace environment, right? Because like I said, going back to what I said, everyone knows the black woman's DNA. I don't want to hear about the exception. I'm talking on the rule on this channel. I don't speak on this. Well, I know every black woman ain't like that. Right. So I just wanted to address when she say this is where we at right now, because I know how black women mindset is, how shallow most of their minds are. And the first thing they'll say, well, what she mean where we at? Well, you know where you at? Majority of y'all at home right now, single with multiple children that y'all struggling to take care of because y'all done ran the man off because y'all don't know how to shut up. Or y'all whores and you done got caught cheating and the man left with his heart broke instead of busting your head, which was a good thing. Because see, this is why a lot of black women is coming up dead, because they got a mindset like these female rappers is telling them, cheat back, cheat back. No, you never cheat back. You leave. Because a man don't handle getting cheated on like a woman do. And in most cases, he can't take it. This is why you have an influx of black women being murdered all of a sudden. This never was like this. But I'm going to let her carry on. And of course, I'm going to chime in.
Statistical society now that nobody cares. If you're a black woman and the whole black woman accountable, you have to be ready to like fight because it's going to come with a lot. I'm always thinking about how young girls are being influenced. So what us grown women are doing is influencing these girls to do.
Exactly. That's why I was saying about how I make these videos. Also, hopefully, a young man run into them, because a lot of these young men are not being raised with their fathers, and they don't even know how to deal with women, and they don't even know what to be prepared for. They don't know what to expect. If you're dealing with these women today, if you 16 or 17, there's a good chance her mom is in her 30s, early 40s, and guess what? She's hot girl summer living, and she's telling her daughter, don't keep all your eggs in one basket. Don't settle down. It's buku men out there. What does he have? And all the dude gotta have is something a little bit more than you, and that's it. You can be in love all you want. She's gonna go where she's can be. The woman is gonna go. The woman is always in survival mode. So she's gonna go where she has more benefits. And another thing, and if she loves you, because some of them, if they love you, which is a lot of them don't really have love, but if they do love you, they'll stay with you, but they'll cheat on you. And like I say, no dude want his woman cheating on him. A lot of dudes can't accept that.
these out of control, I don't care attitudes. They have the most disgusting attitudes, and you can't even check them because they have their moms who say I could do whatever I want. So can't no one hold us accountable. Not a black man. Your white boss probably. That's probably the only one who can tell us what to do because he pay us. A gay man can tell us what to do. There's a black woman or a black man, a straight black man. We don't want to hear it. No one can. Black women are so terrified to hold each other accountable. That is sad. Not holding black women accountable is the reason that black women are at the bottom right now. And the reason for that is...
I want to stop her 1 second. Let me start this over. We're going to start this one over. But I want to stop everything she about to say in this video concerning black woman. We can take woman and replace it with community, because this video here is black community written all over it. Every word she said verbatim.
Black women are so terrified to hold each other accountable. That is sad. Not holding black women accountable is the reason that black women are at the bottom right now. And the reason for that is, if you hold a black woman accountable, they consider you a sellout. They consider that you're not a girl's girl. You're against your people. You're a hater. All because...
This is why black community also is in stasis. Move off the black woman for the minute, but the black community is in the stasis because nobody can tell the black community anything about the way they act, conduct themselves, or nothing, right? If you do, you racist. And if you're black and you do it, you're going to be ousted. You're going to be called a coon. You're going to quote unquote lose your black card. And most people don't want to be ousted. Most people want to be accepted. So people don't say nothing. So the black community has got out of control because nobody can tell them nothing. Not to mention the race hustlers who telling them, hey, it's the white man, the white man, the white man. Everything going on wrong with your life is the white man. So not only as they not taking accountability for the action because they being told to, they're being told it's not your fault. It's someone else's fault.
You're holding one another accountable to do better. This idea that you don't go against your own people is the reason that we are where we are. We're stuck. We are raised in a society that has taught us as black women that love and support means lying to you, coddling you, and agreeing with the foolishness. That is what we consider love. So as a black woman, the way that I show my love for my friends is I lie to her. Yep, that's what it is. I lie to her and I tell her whatever she wants to hear so that way she don't get mad at me. She doesn't not be my friend anymore. That's what you're supposed to do. And y'all know me. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to speak out. I'm not afraid to hold us accountable because, again, not holding us accountable is the reason that we as black women are at the bottom. Because nobody has told us that we were wrong. We need to do better. Everybody around us sit around and watch us self-destruct our lives and talk about you to somebody else. So that's saying to you, sis, you got to do better.
You go to the everywhere you go to these, let's talk about the hospitals. You go to these hospitals and you got CNAs, and majority of them is black women. And I know them white women be laughing at them. You're not going to get me to believe that they not a laughing stock. They go to these job sites, they already CNAs, and they beefing over some Negro who can't stay out of jail, you know what I'm saying, have no career, or they may be beefing over a guy who got his stuff together. You know what I'm saying? They got multiple children and no ring. They're cum buckets, basically. And these nurses, which is majority of the time white women or these foreigners, and I know they be looking at them saying they not going to say nothing because they know the black woman is angry and she's a walking time bomb for the most part. But so they not going to say nothing. But I know they say to themselves, girl, she pregnant again and still ain't married. Like the stuff that we do as a community to these other communities is absurd. And they, like I say, they gon', girl, congratulations on your new baby. That's what they telling you in your face. But when they go around a white friend, they saying to themselves, man, Sanika is pregnant again. Still ain't married. And the other one gonna say, and guess what? Guess what, Karen? It's for another guy. And that guy used to be messing with Shanae on second floor. And it's just, I'm talking about, so I know they are laughing stock. And the reason why I know this type of stuff, because I've dealt with these women. I've dealt with them on friendship levels. I dealt with them on sexual levels. They all work together. And if it's a town that's small, they mess with the same men, maybe not at the same time, maybe do at the same time. Um, and these white nurses is married with children and having multiple baby daddies constantly get pregnant out of the ring is just asinine to them. It's like something that they can't even wrap their mind around. And they look back, and I know they be saying they show, and these people blame us, blame everything on us, the white people, but they self-destruct themselves. They constantly getting pregnant for men without no ring, no commitment, different men. They know stuff already hard for them. And this is what they do. It's just sad. I know what these other people are saying because once black people, the conservative black people that, they didn't either came out of that mindset or they never was in that mindset, they look at they own people like me. I look at them like, you serious? So I can imagine how these other people look at them. So yeah, they not going to say nothing to them about it, of course, but I know they'll laugh and stop.
I'm not going to agree with that anymore. I'm not going for that anymore. I'm not going to watch you do that in my presence, because if you do, I'm going to remove myself. But again, if you do that, the whole community is going to attack you, and you got to be prepared to stand on your own when those attacks come, because they're going to come for sure when you hold a black woman accountable. If you want to piss a black woman off, just tell her the truth. I promise you, she'll get mad. And that might sound crazy. Who would get mad at the truth? How can you argue with the truth? Black women. It is our kryptonite. It is like diarrhea to the mouth. It's like diarrhea to the soul. We have this disdain thing when it comes to the truth. We can't handle the truth. We don't tell the truth. We don't want to hold each other accountable. We don't want to hold ourselves accountable. Anything that involves having to face reality, face what really is, we don't like it. And black women who struggle with that, they will, again, when they don't like the truth, when they can't handle the truth, they will try to tell you the truth is not the truth. The sky is not blue when we know it's blue. You know what I'm saying? You can look up a stat and show the stats, and they'll still argue and say, well, maybe it's right there. And that's my problem when women are like, show me the stats. You can show the stats, you can say the stats, and people will still argue with the stat because they don't want to face the reality of this is what it is. Black women, we are at the bottom when it comes to marital rates, single parent homes, obesity rates. Like, those things are facts. But some way, somehow, we will still argue with the fact instead of just doing the work to change all of that. But again, the need to be right, the insults, the shaming, all of those things to make us, to try to make yourself feel better, is damaging. And it's keeping us at the bottom. When it comes to a topic, I know the girls hate to see me coming. They do. They do. And the reality of it is, women don't like to be told the truth. We don't want to be held accountable. We would rather be lied to. We would rather be coddled and told that we are the best people on earth and we're the queens and princesses, and we're not. Not all of us. Majority of us are not. Right? So when we have to have these hard conversations.
Exactly. First of all, queen. Let's talk about a queen, Riff. I'm glad you said that, sweetie. First of all, queen is not let anybody just come in her like that. These women today, the average black woman that you see is a cum bucket. She will let all you gotta do is look good. All you gotta do is have some glitter on. It don't gotta be gold, drive a nice vehicle, and she will let you have unprotected sex with her. That's not queen material, and it's not king material either. I'm gonna say that too. Kings don't spread their seed everywhere. So this black king and black queen thing, that need to go in the trash. That a king and a queen, that name is earned. It's not given. That's a lifestyle. You're not a queen if you're letting everybody come in you and you got baby for 4 different men. Unless you was married 4 different times and they didn't work out. And if 4 different marriages didn't work out, that's your problem. But the average black woman, they have 3 to 4 kids for all different men. And she's talking about queen. Yes, queen. Yeah, you ain't no queen. You're a bond servant. You're a cum bucket. And like I said, on the flip side, kings neither. Ain't no king spreading his seed everywhere. He might have multiple women, but he not spreading his seed everywhere because he a king. And he know his bloodline is royal. So he don't want anybody to have his baby. So carry on, sweetie.
Conversations We don't want to because we call it bashing and shaming and judging. So we would rather just lie to each other, say that each other is doing amazing, say that we're just doing so well that we have no problems, and we know that's not the truth. And I'm gonna call it out. I'm not afraid to call it out. I'm not afraid to hold anyone accountable. I'm not afraid to hold myself accountable. I'm not afraid to elevate and to become a better person. Accountability and hard conversations are necessary to gain self-awareness, to be a better person. So I encourage the girls to stay a while. I appreciate this comment because the girls who get it, get it. The girls who get it, and stay a while. Get comfortable. When it comes to
And so I'm pretty much soon bringing this video to a conclusion. But I just wanted to put this out there, man. Like I said, man, you cannot listen to this woman. You cannot listen to me. You can label us as bashers, hate women. You can label this woman as a pick me. You can run from the truth all you want. That does not mean the truth gonna change. But like I said, man, we need to get it together as a black community so we can begin to come back to each other. And get this black love together so that we can get this black generational wealth together. But at this point in time, it's just not the time. You know, I see guys getting married. I see these little dudes getting relationships. I got homeboy getting relationships. And men and women were put here to be together. But for me and any astute man, any man with wisdom, he's very, 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 he's very watchful of the women that he deal with and get involved with today, because you'll get involved with the wrong woman and it'll ruin your whole life, whether it be through a child, whether it be through a heartbreak, because everybody built different. You know what I'm saying? And the average woman you get with today, like I said, she is who this woman is talking about. And if she is who this woman talking about, she's not relationship material. She may be good for the stroke, and that can be dangerous as well, because nobody likes to use condoms today. If you use a condom, it break and you end up having a stroke with one of these women that this woman is talking about, and now you got a child with this person, it's going to be hell. And that can turn bad. That can even turn fatal. And so we got to get it together. But the women, and it starts with the men. Because, see, men could change all this. Men could change all this overnight. I understand it's not going to happen. It's wishful thinking. But men can change all this overnight. We are the head. What you mean, Vernon? How can we change all this? Every woman that's not living a certain type of lifestyle, conducting herself right, she should be ousted from having no man should deal with her. She's a whore. She's twerking on social media. But this is the thing that draws men. It draws shallow men and draws all type of men. Because as we visual creatures, and we just want to put our penis in something. So, you know, and this is what these women know. So they know they know they're gonna get they know that they gonna be able to, okay, yeah, they might have an astute guy like me. They may have an astute guy like this. They know it's gonna be some man that's gonna deal with them in that bullshit. Because maybe he need a house, maybe he need a car, maybe he just wants some pussy. Whatever it is, they know some man is gonna deal with them. And because of that, they don't have to fix their attitude. But what usually happens is they get to about 50 years old. This is what happened. They get in their late 40s, they early 50s, and they see that they looks fading, they body fading, and now they just want companionship now. They ain't really tripping on nobody running in them. They got their life together. They don't really need nobody to take care of them. All they wanted that male companionship now. So now they'll date down now. I see it all the time. The same woman that was, oh, I ain't dating this person because of this, they'll get up in age and they just want somebody around. So, and now they looking stupid because they didn't date it down. But the thing about that is this. We can get this all together, man. So like I said, but the black man, he's the biggest simp in America. He put his freedom on his line, his life on the line. He do anything for the black woman. And because of that, that's why she had the women that this woman is talking about. That's why they had that attitude. And like I say, they don't got to fix it. You'll continue to be not married. You'll continue to be have all these children by yourself. You continue to be a disgrace in society. People gonna coddle you because they know you. They know if they don't coddle you like Caitlin Clark did, you the bad kid, and they know if they don't, you the bad kid. They know if they don't give you ice cream, you gonna act out. They know you ghetto, so they want to keep you at bay. But you all laugh and stop, black woman, black men too, the whole black community. But this video, aimed toward the black woman. You're laughing stop because you're angry all the time. You're always on edge, and it's because your bad decisions, right? And so, if you want to continue to live that life, continue to be bipolar, continue to be on antidepressants, weed, and all kind of stuff, just to have peace, because all your prior bad decisions, keep it up. Stay arrogant. I don't need a nigga. I'ma do what I want to do. Just keep it up. Just keep it up. You're not hurting anyone but yourself. And then I want to take that back. Let me rescind that. You're hurting the whole community. You're hurting the whole community. The community gonna keep pumping, but still you're hurting. You either helping or hurting the community. And when you act like the woman that this woman is talking about, you're hurting yourself and you're hurting the community. So moving forward to 2025, please, black women, get it together. That's like she was saying about how the obesity rate. The average black woman is obese, but you can't tell them that, especially if they got a booty. If a black woman got a booty and she obese, you can't tell her nothing. Because if she got a booty, I don't care how fat she is, every man gonna be trying to holler at her. So you could be telling her, yeah, well, you need to lose some weight and get back healthy. She not listening to you. And not only is she not listening to you, she gonna get mad. You bashing me, you hating on me, you this, you that, and you know what I'm saying? Her homegirls is not gonna tell her that. Because they all lie to each other. The black woman lies to herself every morning. Majority of, not all. The average black woman wake up in the morning, go in the mirror, and will not leave out her house without fake hair on her head, fake lashes, makeup, and all this stuff. She won't leave out the house. And if her hair not done, she putting a bonnet on her head. This is the black woman, man. The average black woman. Not all, but the average. So she lying to herself about how she look every day. Right? And so I'm just saying, man, we got to get it together as a community. But black women, y'all got to do y'all part. And if not, just continue to live the way y'all living. If you think that a black woman is this, that, and the third, and y'all cook that as queen, and, do what you got to do. Keep doing what you're doing. But for the ones who accept a constructive criticism because they know that they done made some mistake, but they want to change and they want better for themselves, their daughters, and black women that's coming up under them, do better, man. Take accountability. And I may not, what's going on in your life and what you need to fix and why. God bless y'all.